Let's go to Florida now, where the North Miami Beach Police Department is being criticized for using mugshots of black men for target practice. Investigative reporter Willard Shepard of our NBC station in South Florida, WTVJ, has the story.
I was like, why is my brother being used for target practice?
It was here on the Medley Range last month when the targets were used in training for North Miami Beach Police Department snipers. Shooting range records show that after the police left, the Florida National Guard came in. That's when the guardsmen saw what police had left behind.
They were all black males.
Among the photos, her brother Woody's mugshot, taken 15 years ago.
There were like gunshots there. And like I cried a couple times.
When she said, "Oh my God, they use you as target practice." The picture actually has like, bullet holes in, one in my forehead and one in my eye. I was speechless.
Deant did 4 years in prison after being involved in a drag race back in 2000 that left 2 people dead.
Now I'm being used as a target, and I'm not even living that life according to how they portrayed me as, I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a career man, I work a 9 to 5.
North Miami Beach Police Chief J. Scott Dennis defends the department's use of actual photographs, saying the technique is widely used and the pictures are vital to facial recognition drills.
Our policies were not violated. There is no discipline that's forthcoming from the individuals regarding this.
The chief says the fact that the targets were all African American did not mean there was any racial profiling.
As we utilize an array of pictures, and we'll have 6 pictures of people that look very similar. We have an array for black males. We have an array of white and Hispanic males.
However, he says he is disturbed by the use of this particular photo.
What we are very, very concerned about is the event that occurred here, because it happened to be someone that was arrested by this agency. That individual would be somebody that would be on the streets of North Miami Beach.
WTVJ's Willard Shepard joins me now. And Willard, my good friend, this is shocking, and it's taking off around the country, I think, because of just the plain surprising just nature of it. The police chief has continued to stand by his defense of the use of those photos?
Yeah, well, Joy, always good to see you. And from your time here in South Florida, this neighborhood's about 20 minutes north of downtown Miami. It's a very diverse neighborhood. Caucasians, Latins, Haitians, African Americans. The police chief says overall his units have done a great job reaching out to the community. But when it comes to this in these photos, his point is that there was no racial profiling here, that these arrays have to look similar because they're in essence training the sniper units to be able to go out and be able to pick out a suspect, and if it comes to it on a day, take a life, and that is very, very valuable training. Obviously, from the broader perspective, the families that are involved in this, and we spoke to another family this morning, absolutely shocked that their loved one would be portrayed in this kind of fashion, but the chief says that this training is vital and that the only way to really do it is through this type of array system. We checked across the country in many regards with federal, state, other local law enforcement agencies here in South Florida, and many of them told us that they don't do this type of training whatsoever at all.
Well, and Willard, also, and as you said, I lived in South Florida for 14 years, and one of the other issues is that it is a small community. And did the police chief express any concern at all, number one, that these police officers might be actually training themselves to recognize anyone who resembles somebody in those photos they're shooting at as a criminal and to treat them as such?
Well, that's something that he was genuinely concerned about, and you saw in the piece there him talk about this particular photo of Mr. Woody Deant, who's gone on with his life as an actor now, working here at a local aircraft company as well. He was very concerned that his officers could come in contact with these people. A second family contacted us today and identified their loved one in the photos, and what he is saying is that he's halted the training at this point. None of this is being done at this particular point. He is trying to implement some changes so that that database of those photos that was used, and it does consist of Latins, it consists of other people, but on this day, there were only African Americans that these snipers were aiming at. He's saying once that database is implemented on a wider scale, he gets photos from out of state, other places, that this training will pick up and resume because he thinks tactically it's extremely valuable.
I think a lot of people around the country are going to find it shocking that they intend to keep doing this, but thank you so much for bringing this report to us. Willard, Shepard, good to see you, my friend. Have a good day and have a great weekend.
Good to see you.
All right.